So let's see if it works. I think we are getting there, so that is perfect. Well, hello guys, good to see you. I think we are getting ready. So let me get things organized. Ha! Hi there. Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to my studio. I'm trying to find the position where I can say hello. Oh, this lamp. Oh, this is better. Hi guys, good to see you. And I wanted to invite you today for the live journaling session. It will be the best moment now to let your friends know that this is going on at the moment. I can't do it myself, but if you can, share it on Facebook, leave a link to your friends so all the people who want to join, they won't miss it, because of course I know there's a lot of different time zones, but I know there was a lot of people who were planning to join us today. So two big requests. First, share it on Instagram, on Facebook, that we are starting now. And second, if you can, please hit the thumb up so people can have the better visibility of that video on YouTube as well. So that is going to help a lot. And I hope you are ready. And I hope some of you have your supplies. I hope all of you have your all supplies. But if not, oh, hello, hello. If not, no worries. You can always watch it just for the sake of watching and chatting. And then if you feel a little bit inspired to create, you can start anytime. So maybe let's give ourselves like 2 minutes to get organized, to call all the friends who want to join. And we are going to start the session today. Today, I'm planning to have the chat on the separate phone so I can see what is going on. And we also have some people helping with the chat. There's my husband here, Ivy. Then there's Alexandra Mihalic, my beautiful design team member. She's going to help. And there is Karen. You probably know Karen. She is going to help as well. So if you have any questions or you need links, yeah, there's Alexandra. Then they will try to help you with that a little bit. You are watching. Thumbs up should be under somehow. Like if you put it on the horizontal way, you probably won't see it. But if you're going to put it other way, that should be under the video. I'm not master of YouTube. I'm just learning, so please bear with me. And that is going to be, yeah, this is like a like button that is making the video more visible for friends. So guys, let your friends know, get your supplies ready, get your tea or coffee, and in like 1-2 minutes we are going to start. So yes, that is my wall. That is the one that I'm showing sometimes, and there is another part of the wall behind me. And I have a lot of light here on my face, but this is just to make sure we have enough light on our table as well. I hope that is not going to be a problem. Okay guys, so I will try to set you up, and in 1 or 2 minutes we are going to start. This is just an example. This is just the journal. I put it usually in front of me so I can see if everything is visible. Yeah, I think everything is in the middle and ready. I can see your chat, which is beautiful. Thank you very much for joining. I can see a lot of people, my friends from Poland, and I can see friends from Spain, and I can see friends from Norway, I think. And I guess there's, wow, well, 67 people already. That is great. So let me make sure we have the lights on. Yeah, that should be it. Just checking if you can hear me and everybody can see me. Well, hello guys. Yes, well, to be honest, yes, I'm going to show you this journal. This is a very old one. And I'm showing that because today on Instagram I was posting one page from this journal. This is the one that, you know, it is inspired by washi tape. So this is an old book, as you can see, so it's not completely full. It was not possible to make it full because it was not closing anymore, because my journal pages are very dimensional. And oh, hello to Germany. Thank you so much for joining. And the idea was to use the old book. This is the original front page of the book with somebody's handwriting, and I was very inspired by that. I only added some of the splatters and some stamping, and then using that I made my family Odyssey book. And I used the family photos, and I was always planning to put something like a found object in each page. So here's found object number 1. And then, because this is Odyssey by Homer, so this is, you know, in Greek. So just, you know, this is another page, and there's some natural objects here. So you can see there's a button, and there's a piece of label. So I had like general idea for the whole journal. This is another one, and you can see these are all objects which are old ones, because I'm using my family photos and I wanted to include real old objects in it. It's great fun for me. Yeah, another one, another family photo. Yeah, another simple page, and there's washi as well. I was using a lot of washi in that journal. And here's an old ticket. This is one of my favorite pages, to be honest. This is more masculine page, and of course there's another old ticket. And they're very simple, and they're all very monochromatic. I wanted to keep it simple because this is how I feel like my journal should look like. This is what I was doing at the moment. But look at the original pages of that. This is the one I was showing you. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is photo of my grandma and my grandpa, and it's very meaningful for me, this one. And then we go to super simple page. And I did this one when I was sitting in the cafe. So I really journaled that when I was sitting somewhere and in the place, public place. And another one, I also love that one. There's old lace here and old button and old Polish coin. Yeah, I call this journal Family Odyssey. I think it makes a lot of sense. Look at these pages. They're absolutely amazing. This is like, oh my god, my very special one, because this is the first communion photo, and here's a little holy pendant as well, original one. Another one, more colorful, but still based on the washi tape. There's washi tape here. And very old button. And some wire and some thread. Oh, Karen, I don't really have a problem with that. Oh, this is just different. That was experiment with colors, but also love it. It says the autumn landscape. I, it's the opposite. I love somebody else's energy and I just get inspiration out of that. And experimental page with, again, with washi and a lot of splatters. And I think this is, yeah, this is experiment, didn't work. And to be honest, if you want to, you can see video showing how I made that page probably like 5 years ago. And it's like one of the first videos I uploaded to this YouTube channel. And you have to excuse me the quality of that video because it was years ago. But there's step by step how I made that page. So guys, if you are new here, I just would like to introduce myself. My name is Anna Dąbrowska, people call me Finnabair, and I'm Prima Marketing Product Designer. I'm mixed media artist, full-time teacher, and full-time artist at the same time. And I usually teach my classes in person. I have some online classes as well on my website. There are two for so far, but now, of course, I'm not able to travel. I'm not able to go too far. So I have to find other ways to connect with you. And after speaking with my friends, we decided that I should try to activate my YouTube channel a little bit more. And if you feel like you would like to learn a little bit more from me, just please subscribe and follow all of the videos. They have a lot of useful techniques and you can learn about the products and you can learn about techniques. And now we have at least one video per week showing. So this is really a lot. Usually I don't have the possibility to do that much. So I would love you to subscribe and follow me a little bit because this way I can get into connection with you. So that is one of the ideas what we can do in these harder times. And if you would like to let me know about something, you can always leave a comment. I will read all the comments here on that in that chat after we finish. And of course, you can watch replay how many times you want. And if you'd like to support me even more, there's a little donation button on the bottom of the chat. It's like a little dollar note. You can also donate for me this way if you feel like this is something you would like to do for me and spoil me a little bit so I can buy something nice for myself, like another flavor of tea or something else. So again, we've got wonderful people joining me here today. I think we have everybody. We've got Alexandra Michalic. You should check her. She is my design team member and she's got beautiful YouTube channel. And she has amazing tutorials. I'm sure you will be blown away how professional and talented she is. And we've got Karen Tamir, my brand ambassador, super smart girl. She's helping me a lot with the technical side of it as well. She has amazing tutorials and she does also video blogs and she is one of the very active people on YouTube. So if you didn't subscribe to her channel, you should do it for sure. So we also have my husband. He is showing here from time to time. And if you need the links to the products, he's going to try to put them inside so you can see what we are doing today. So what is the plan? As before, my plan is to work with you together and make the page. This is the page we did last time, just to remind you. And it was super speedy. Today we don't really have to fit in 1 hour, so I don't have to rush that much. We are going to work together to create the page that is going to be something relaxed and layered, of course, because this is my natural style, but at the same time, maybe a bit challenging for some of you. I know letting go is not easy. Oh, this page, yes, here. I know letting go is not easy, so that will be good exercise for some of you. So get your supplies ready. And just to show you the reminder what we have, I told you today the inspiration is going to be washi tape. And I got this beautiful washi tape. I have 3 rolls. I can show you now. These are from Japan. I bought them in one of the Japanese stores. And this one is with the cranes, paper cranes. This one is with sakura. And this one is the koi fish. And they are a little bit with the gold in it. That's why I let myself add a bit of gold to this project. Following that concept, I got my pencils, they're watercolor pencils from Prima, which are going to be hopefully used during the process, but they're matching colors to what I have on my washi tape. And then I have some neutrals, some pencils and some brushes. Following that, I've got acrylic paints matching to the colors of my washi tape, right? So you can see them later, but I was trying to get as close with the colors as possible. So they're metallic, Art Alchemy metallic paints, and one of the sparks that is matching my color. And then I've got one stencil. This is Dandelion from the latest collection. And then I have some art mediums. Of course, we're going to start with gesso. Yes, Karen. Yes, Karen. Yes, I can. Gesso, gel, and 3D gel. So liquid gel and thick gel for gluing, and the gesso that is going to be here. I've got one wax. Yes, you should shout at me because I'm not looking. Some more neutral tape. More of the tape. Like I think I'm tape addict, probably. Some scissors. I have crayons matching the colors of the washi tape. And I've got my special box with treasures. I added some new things inside to make it more fun. So I've got like random stuff that we can include into the journal page. Of course, it's going to be more dimensional, but it's fine. And I've got some old papers waiting here. So again, we're going to work vintage, but with me, that is not a surprise. Yes, now because you were asking, this is a journal that I made for Kasia Ivory's project, and it is about journaling day by day. And it has one color palette, and I keep adding pages to it. So you can see, even if I journal really fast, I usually journal in a vintage way. Yeah, so this one is glued together for some reason. I don't remember. There are some empty pages. This is next one. This is next one. A little bit crazy, but still in the colors. This is next one. This is my house. Then we have that one. It was all following the prompts and instructions. So these pages are sometimes really different from each other because I was following the topic, right? So there are some ready pages and then some more. Oh, this is nice. Some more of the pages. That was non-dominant hand drawing and more of non-dominant hand drawing. I was practicing that. Then inspired by Klimt and inspired by Klimt, and yeah, visual poetry and more. And more. Yeah. Karen, it is super easy and you just need to start. This is the main thing. So let's our pages ready. Because I'm working in the handmade journal, this paper is, each page is a little bit different from each other. So to make it more or less even, I will start with something neutral like gesso, right? So that is going to be sealer, which is going to make sure our pages are not absorbing the inks and paints, right? And at the same time, it's going to make the color of the pages a little bit more even. So I'm using Art Basics Heavy Gesso from the collection I made for Prima. And this is in the jar, but you can also find it in a tube or in a huge jar. My plan is to put one coat of gesso, but not too evenly, just to cover most of the print and to seal the paper and dry it with the heat gun. That is going to be my first step before I even start thinking about my page, because I really want to share the natural way how I would journal at home without having any pressure from outside. And I know for some of you that may be a little bit different video, because you're used to that I am very organized and I have everything ready. But some of you told me that it's really interesting to see how the natural process happens. So this is what I'm sharing in this kind of video with you, okay? So if you have any questions, I'm going to dry now and check the chat. Oh, I don't really draw faces myself, to be honest, but it was the challenge to draw something. I think it was drawing faces, so I had to. And yeah, you probably wouldn't see me doing that on the usual. Yeah, so this is first step, just to make sure that we have something to start, okay? Now we are going to look through the supplies and look for the inspiration. I know some of you were having this a little bit mixed feelings about using old books, but to just make you feel a bit better, I always pick the books which are not very valuable, which means nobody would like to read them. Like, they would be books that are either very damaged or books that are just simply not interesting. For example, the history of communism in Soviet Union, or not really fun novel from the 1952 in Polish language. And believe me, that was really rubbish. So something that you have really no hard feelings about. When it comes to the journal I was showing you before, the Odyssey, that was my idea. I was so excited to find that book in Greek, and I had this feeling, okay, Odyssey is about travel, so it's travel to time, and it's all coming together for me. So I hope you can see where my thinking was going, okay? So guys, what will be the concept for today? I was trying to think what we can do, and I have a lot of different paper that I'm going to use. They're mostly cut out elements from my books, but also have the label from Japan. And I have these elements from 7 Dot Studio. They are matching as well. But we have to find a topic. And most of you know that I really like using people in my projects. So when I was showing you this journal, this family odyssey, every single photo used in the journal, these were my family photos. And I decided to start the same way. For this reason, when I look at my family photos, I have some feelings, some connection with these people, and I'm able to show more of the natural emotion, if you know what I mean. These are just people like my people, and I feel like, okay, I can use them to express how I feel at the moment. And I just show you some of the images I have in my stash. They are, some of them may look a bit familiar because I keep using them for a long time. But if you don't have it, you can feel inspired by postcard. Just look at the glitter on her skirt. Or there are some really cool people which are done and cut for you already. This is from Tim Holtz, one of the many sets he made. You can find some strips, like that, like a photo booth strips. Or another option is, if you're looking for something, you can look into the sticker pads I made for our daily journal, right? So you can go with one of these people, and they usually express something, so you can find options in there. So that would be one of the things. If not, find something that is going to be your focal point. Maybe that's a quote, maybe that is one big embellishment, something that is going to be giving you some inspiration, and keep it somewhere on side, because this is going to be the focal point of the whole page. Let me think, what may be the focal point? Let's say, I have some Prima ephemera pack. Let's see what is inside. For example, right, there's some nice little things. So you may decide that your focal point is going to be the butterfly, right? If you decide this is going to be the butterfly, then remember to keep it somewhere in front of you. So every time when you decide about the composition, you're going to have it in front of your eyes. My idea today was to celebrate all of us together. And I picked that photo. This is photo with the 3 friends. And my idea is to cut it out the same way as we did as here Tim Holtz did for you already. So I put it on the chipboard, and I'm going to cut the girls out. So they are going to be my paper dolls for that page. And you can find now your focal point, what is going to be your topic. Remember, we're going to use the washi tape, so try to think about something that is going to go with your washi tape as well. And because this is not beauty contest, even if I don't do it super precisely, it's still going to be okay. I just cut that out so it's easier for me to work. Peg, thank you so much. I'm going to buy something nice for myself for that. You are my hero at the moment. Yeah, for example, good cup of tea. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So guys, Peg Robinson, she decided to sponsor me today. She is the best. Thank you so much for doing that. So I'm cutting out the paper dolls. Of course, if you have the one that is ready to go, it's perfect. But remember, we are working on the page in a relaxed way. And I really want to use that photo, and I will tell you why. This girl in the middle, this is my grandma. I really love that photo of her. She is probably in her early 20s here. And that was just probably maybe 1 year, 2 years before she met my grandpa. It was during the war or just before the war. And these are her 2 girlfriends. The photo was taken somewhere in the place they all lived together. And for me today, this photo is going to be like the sense of us all together. It's like going to be, we're all friends, and we are going to spend that time together helping each other. Because what I noticed in this time, there's a lot of good happening. people are happy to help each other. People try to be friends to each other. They do a lot of good things. And I'm inspired by that today. I just want to make something that is going to show that feeling. I intentionally put the girls on the chipboard so I can put something under them as well. I just cut this grass off. And here in between the legs a little bit. So that was all the thinking I did today before the class, before the demo, because I really wanted to show you something that will have some nice meaning. Oh, I'm always there. I can't look at the Alexandra! I'm so glad I looked up, and then there's one more. Oh, guys, thank you so much. You are my heroes. And I'm only cutting. Wow. Thank you so much for doing that. Guys, I'm really honored you are here with me and you are doing it. This is exceptional. Thank you for these donations. This is something that I would never expect. Really, you were very generous. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I can tell you, these stickers are quite cute. They're really cute. So I made my own paper dolls. They're not as perfect as the ones that are done, but they are my personal paper dolls. And there I need to find a position where the girls are going to stand. They may go somewhere in the corner, so then I will need composition to balance on the opposite side. They can stand here. I think they will stand here because they are going to look nicely in this brown composition. And now we are going to start working on the layers. So no matter what I do, I always have some things they repeat. I repeat the layering because this is my comfort zone and I really enjoy it. So I will start with simple things like tapes or the masking tape, right? And I will start with just building couple layers in the place where my focal point is. So the paper dolls I just made are going to be my focal point standing somewhere here. And then there will be a lot of story happening. And because we started in that corner, kind of naturally, we are going to need something on the opposite side. I'm just marking that idea now. I'm marking that idea with the masking tape. All right? I don't want to put too much because I also want to use my stencils. And stencils, they work better if the surface is flat, right? Then to add extra color, I'm going to also put a tiny bit of this washi tape that I really wanted to use. Just look how beautiful it is. And this is like a first splash of color. I'm not sure about the blue yet, but red and pink I can use for sure. And if you're not sure what you are doing, just go with the flow, take deep breath and keep building and trust yourself. Okay, we have starting point, right? I can't tell how much of that I'm going to see, but I have corners which are going to be the beginning of my composition. Okay, my paper dolls go here. So now for more texture, we can go, just remove the clip. So because we focus the attention, girls are going to tell the story. They're going to show us how to be together, how to cherish the friendship. We want people to look here first, right? So all the things we're doing behind the girls, they're going to attract attention. So let's take something. For example, I suggested to bring something thicker, like adhesive. So I've got 3D matte gel, and now I can use that as the texture on my pages to focus the attention under the girls. And really, I know that may be funny, But when I work, I usually make some kind of story behind the page I create. I just express my feelings. If this page is about my family, I try to show what I feel about them. For example, I'm trying to express my love, or that I miss them a lot, or I want to show the happiness of these people, because on some of these photos, people are so happy. They are celebrating. You know, in the older times, people were not doing that much of the photos as we do now. So usually you could see the photos done during the family celebrations, when they had weddings or big birthdays, and they were special to them. So look, now using just 3D gel, or you can use matte. Oh, thank you, Lanette. You are the gem. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the donation. Look at that. We are going to have this lovely focal. I almost broke her leg. Oh. We're going to have this lovely texture under the girls, and it's going to get a lot of texture that will catch the color later. So now I will dry it, but we'll keep building here and here. So part of that will disappear. 3D matte gel is going to be also my adhesive. So whatever is left, I'm going to scrape off the stencil. I will wash the stencil right away because it's very sticky and permanent. And then I will dry it with the heat gun a little bit. Of course, this composition with corners is like naturally balanced from the beginning, so you don't have to worry that you are putting too much. There will be some empty space in the middle. So in this way, I can always write something, or I can add some doodling if I will feel this is too empty. Does it make sense? I'm just throwing the stencil in the water. So now, guys, thank you. Oh my God, look at this. I think it's a pair celebrating. Thank you so much for that. You are so, so lovely. I'm going to get so spoiled today. You can see I'm drying it, but it doesn't have to be completely dry because we are going to stick more stuff on the top. So if you're careful and you're not put your hand in it, you're probably going to be fine, but just for safety, a little bit. So when I'm drying, at the same time, I'm thinking what to do next, how to build my layers. I have my paper dolls, right? They are the focal points. They need something behind them to make that effect, so they will stand out from the background a little bit more. I'm going to use some paper layers and some more of the washi to create dimensional composition. It's not going to be super dimensional, but I want them to be framed in a way. So again, our story is going to start from the girls, and then there will be this connection happening here. How are you doing, guys? I can see you're very active here. A lot of people, 122. That's awesome. So now let's look through the papers we have. Oh, this girl is not lucky. Okay. So again, we've got the girls ready. I put them in a safe place for now. And I'm going to look for the nice scraps of paper that would work as my background. I really have a lot of stuff, and I really wanted to use something old in the in this journal page. So I really took a bunch of scraps that are old. I think we can start with something like this. Oh, this is amazing. This is an old document. This was kind of document that people in Poland had when they were working. You should collect all the stamps inside, and that was like the health insurance. If you're, and this is from 1973, so it's pretty old. Yep, I think I'm going to use part of that as well. So let's start with this, and I'm going to build some basic layers, and I'm sticking right on the top because it's sticky enough to hold my paper. I didn't dry it that much, and I love these kind of random strips. Oh, you are the best people, just to let you know. Thank you so much for all the support, and thank you so much for being with me here, because I really appreciate it. You know, it's nice to spend that time. I can't be with you in the classroom at the moment, and I really miss you all. So I'm so happy that you are joining me here, and together we can create, and hopefully what I'm doing now is kind of interesting for you. Ah, yes, Karen is saying something very important. Please read. She is inviting us all to the stream on Saturday. And that is going to be on Saturday, and it's going to be live stream hop. So something we did last Saturday as well. And we have the whole collection, so the whole range of the people showing their own techniques and their own ideas. And I'm going to be there as well because they were they were happy with me. Last time they said I did good job, so invited me again. Okay, so look, I started here. I keep building using these scraps, and from time to time I'm checking with the paper dolls how much space I've got, and at the same time I can start adding these old papers on the other side as well. Just few, and I'm going to switch to something else to make it more interesting. Here is one. If you don't know how to do it, if you feel not really confident about this all gluing, and you can see no method in what I'm doing at the moment, try to see that I put printed text and printed text, washi and washi, stenciling and stenciling. So in a way, I repeat some of the similar items to get the nice balance in the whole composition. Right? Can you see some idea in that? Does it make it easier a little bit? You know, usually when you work, you don't think too much. And the best thing you can do is to really switch off your thinking and switch on your gluing mode. Okay? So we have more of the papers now. Let's maybe, because they're girls, add something nice and lacy. Right? So I have the whole bag of lace here. And I'm trying to find some nice pieces to make it a little bit more feminine, a little bit more girly. And this way, we're going to make our layers a little bit more interesting as well, because fabric will absorb the color differently to, oh, wow. To paper. I just got distracted, like, oh, look at that. That is beautiful. This is a little bit two-dimensional, but look at these pearls. Oh, yeah, that looks very old. Let's take part of that. And I think I'm going to use some small pieces of these flowers as well. Okay, okay, and a piece of this cotton. I love cotton. Well, if you were here last week, last Saturday, you could see we had this YouTube hop when we were showing different things, and this was the moment when I started to think about making live journaling sessions like that, and that's why after all the lovely response I had from you, I decided to go again and try if it wasn't just not by accident. And thank you so much for being here. You are making it all possible because, you know, I can journal for myself and it's absolutely rewarding and nice, but journaling with you makes it simply better. So if you enjoy it, let me know. Okay? Send me some hearts, some thumbs up, something that is going to show me that you like it. So maybe I will get encouraged to do it again. And as you can see now, I'm just repeating the concept of the paper strips, adding some of pieces of the fabric as well. Oh, we can. Oh, yes, Alexandra enjoys it a lot. Thank you so much for all the hearts, my love. Oh, we love watching you and hearing your thought process while creating. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Oh, thank you, Marina. Well, guys, that is really, really nice to see because, you know, it's always nice to feel that whatever you're doing is helpful or inspiring for others. And if you're just watching because you want to be a little bit relaxed, oh wow, wow, wow. We have a lot of rustic ink angel designs. She is posting a lot of hearts at the moment. And oh, thank you. Now Nuneka is sending me donation. You were very, very kind. Look at these hearts. We have Festival of Hearts at the moment. That is absolutely lovely. And Gabi, thank you so much for the donation as well. You are very generous and you are absolutely loved. Thank you for doing it. And I hope many people will watch that video or that replay as well, and they are going to sit and create, and they will just see that you don't have to overthink things. You just take the stuff, even the old rubbish, and you just go. Switch off your head, switch on your gluing mode, and that really helps. So in the meantime, you can see I added the strips, right? And now I really want to add this very old lace because I absolutely love the texture of it and the color. It's perfect as it is. So using same 3D gel, I told you this is very good dimensional adhesive. I can stick basically anything I want to use in this journal with this kind of gel. You can use the glossy version or the matte version, whatever you have. Cassiopeia art. Now that is Festival of Hearts of all colors and shapes. Thank you. Thank you so much for that donation. The Tool Girl 42. Thank you so much for supporting me. I will cut twice as fast now. And stick twice as fast. Okay. Let's put our girls in and see where we have the space, right? So we can see how far we can go with the layers. Okay, I think they need something here and we can start. Yeah, look at this flower. It's beautiful, beautiful element to add. Oh, too much gel, but it's okay. I'm just sticking it in. Now checking if it's going to be visible. So it will be nice to add something more here, and I can see I'm almost covering my washi tape, so I'm going to bring it back in a moment, no worries. I'm trying to find something to go on the other side, and I think this swirl will be absolutely perfect. So with this page, I'm celebrating our friendship, our internet friendship, and all the love that I've seen happening in the last weeks, all the support I've seen between different artists and crafters, because it's very, very important now. I've seen a lot of great things going on. People uplifting each other, people helping each other, people sending each other good messages, checking on each other. And this is exactly what we all need to do now. So I hope during all these sessions we have together, you are going to spend that time with your friends, the time that you are missing at the moment because we are not able to see each other in person. Maybe you're going to make some new friends. Maybe there are some people out there who need our time and attention, and we have now quite a lot of time to share with others, I think. And I would like to put that feeling into this page. Look how these girls are blooming now. They have these swirls of flowers around them, and this all energy is nicely coming together. Now I'm going to add last details, so I will look for some colors that I would like to include later. I'm going to put more of my washi tape somewhere here. Ta-da-dum. Right. So this is nice red accent, and I would like to have this red accent somewhere on the other side. I told you to pick your favorite washi tape to make it easier for you to pick your color palette. That was my trick. We all have different kinds of washi, or we have some pattern paper we never use. So now, including that into your page, including these little bits of color. First of all, we are using the supply that is sometimes really forgotten, but at the same time, we have our first color inspiration. We were going to follow these colors with our crayons, paints, and everything else. That was my trick. And I can see, I think you like that concept. I think you really like that idea. So I'm going to put one more layer of washi here. This is what we've got. I think this is enough layers. We have stenciling, we have a lot of vintage elements I wanted to use. We've got these lace pieces. Now let's look into my secret box and see if there's anything I would like to include. And first thing that came out is this, so I guess this is the answer. We have to add this pieces of the dimensional sticker inside. I think I'm going to use one or two of these as well. I still don't know the name in English, but these are electronical parts. Debbie, Debbie, thank you so much. You are the best. Thank you so much for doing that. You are making my, you're filling my, how do you call this pig? You put stuff inside. You know, I forgot the name for the place you collect your coins inside. Look at me. I have some vintage buttons, and I think I'm going to use one or two of these buttons as well. and a butterfly. And the pins. Yeah. Piggy bank. Yes, thank you. You're filling my piggy bank. If you're going to put one more donation, I can promise you I'm going to show you my real piggy bank because I think I have it somewhere on my shelf. The one that I had as a child. I think I have it. If I don't have it, I will show you something else. But that's like a little bit of the, to say thank you. I'm going to show one of my secrets. I think I can see it from here. Right? Piggy bank. Yes. So now, last details. I really like this ticket. Why not using this Prima ticket here? Because it has a good color combination to go with my washi tape. And if you can't see it, who cares? Okay. That means I have to show you my piggy bank. Thank you so much. And I will try to find it in a moment. When the journal is going to dry before the final painting. Is that a deal? Oh, thank you so much for doing it. I only have one piggy bank, I think, but I will try to make sure I'm going to show it to you. The gel. You got me so distracted, I lost my gel. Thank you, La Rose, and thank you to one person over. I was not able to react fast enough. In fact, the more you glue, at least that works for me, the more you glue, the more happy you are. Okay, show us the piggy bank. I will. My husband is here, maybe he's going to find my piggy bank for me. Oh yeah, here it comes. Okay. This is very old piggy bank, and it's kind of, this is original one. This is the one I had from my childhood. It's not too fancy. And it's very empty now. But I still have it. I got it when I was probably 4 or 5 years old, and it's ceramic. This is my piggy bank. I have to start filling it now, I guess. So yeah, I took it from home, and then I moved to our apartment together, and now it moved to Ireland. So now you know Miss Piggy. You are so funny. Okay, so I've shown you my piggy bank. That is the truth. So, okay, I will put these metal and little elements when I will finally dry it in the very end of the composition. Now I want to just check if the girls fit nicely or if they need something to be more visible. And I will start working with the colors. So look, I just added a lot of little bits and pieces. Yeah, that was my Mrs. Piggy, my piggy bank. Yes, guys, you are the best audience I could ask for. This makes me so happy, to be honest, because I love to see you happy. That is how it works. If you are happy, I'm happy as well. So I'm looking for the photo. Can you see it? Oh yeah. Let's see if the girls are visible enough. And I think yes. They're going to have a lovely background. But remember, the color will change a little bit. So we have them there. But this red and this pink, right? It's all attracting attention in the middle. So we still have all that in the right position. So I will press it down. I will dry it just for 2 minutes, and we will start adding colors to it. Okay, remember, this is a journal page. You don't have to paint so many layers because there's natural beauty of the paper anyway. We used old papers. We have this washi tape, so we already have quite a lot of nice color. But to make it all come together nicer, you can work with some acrylic paint, some waxes. It's really up to you. You can always put gesso if you have too much color. Now it is going to be up to you, your personal taste, your personal preference. And I have still a lot of nice details I want to add later. I will just show you how these details will look after, okay? Because this is one of the reasons why this book is not closing. I am adding these details when the journal is almost finished, right? So they are still visible. Olga, twoja świnka się rozbiła i była identyczna. No to musiałaś mieć mniej więcej z tego samego źródła co ja. No to chyba wszystkie miałyśmy taką samą świnkę. Okay, so look, these ones, they're going to come later when the color is in. So I still have them in front of me, but I want them to be clearly visible. Karen, we were talking at... no, I'm not afraid of covering my stenciling parts too much, because if they get covered, it means they were meant to be covered. I still have quite a lot visible, and it's just a stencil. I would be more sad if I covered the, important focal point. But my most important advice is just let go. Let go. Don't think too much. If it's covered, it's covered. And if it's covered by something beautiful, it's fine. You don't really have to you don't really have to worry. You can do another page and then you're going to make sure it will be visible. For me, it's the joy of creating, and the project changes many times. Thank you for that donation again. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for being here. It's amazing that we still have over 100 people on the chat. Yes, Toneka, switching off your brain helps. Some people say this may be kind of meditation, gluing and making journal pages. I'm not good at meditating, however, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying. People say it's good for you, so I'm trying. But the truth is, when you start working there and you just go into the zone, you just let yourself go into your project, just putting your soul on the page, whatever happens is always good. Do you know what I mean? It's just a matter of the acceptance. Sometimes some elements want to be in certain places and you don't fight with them. That's one of the lessons I learned. So let's look at the inspiration. So the washi tapes, right? I told you I'm going to use them as my color inspiration. So I have gold and pink for that one. I have a little bit of red for that one. And if I needed the accents, I could use the blue. I didn't really put any of the blue tape in here, but you never know. Maybe it will be useful. So I'm going to start with these two colors. Probably this lighter one will go first. And my plan is to go a little bit on the background where the stenciling is, and I'm going to use my water sprayer to let it flow like watercolors. This is how I quite often use acrylic paints. I just want them to flow, right? And of course I need to add some vintage color to it, so I have brown color as well. You can use your tea, coffee, or you can use watered down paint. So the color I'm putting first, this is very nice coral pink color matching my washi tape called Spring Blossom, right? It's one of my metallic paints. Spring Blossom is delicate, fresh, and it has some vintage feeling to it as well. And I'm going to add a bit of this red wine, metallic red wine, here for some darker tones and see what happens. A red wine with the water changes into like pinkish tone. It's not orange red, it's pink red. Because I'm working on gesso, you can see the colors flow quite naturally. Right? This is not matching this red, but it's okay. I can always take another color to make it work better. So we are not panicking. It's still in one color palette. Water, water. Now I'm going to pick up a bit of that color with the Old Baby wipe. And I'm going to add some vintage brown to make it work nicely together. But you can see the transformations happens quite quickly. So that is something that you can do, either making your own spray. For example, the very good solution is burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. This is a color that looks very much like coffee stain or tea stain. So you can put it into your sprayer with water and you may make your own one. If you don't want to use the paint, there is always solution, the tea. I have my special mug with Polish artist called Witkacy. Some Polish girls know who he is. Tiffany, thank you so much. So I'm going to use just the tea bags. It's very strong infusion. 2 tea bags in probably like 1/3. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just adding these. And if you have a tea bag in your hand, you can touch some of the lace to make sure the color changes as well. I absolutely love painting with tea bags, and I had some pages in my journals painted only with tea. Because why not? Because why not? It's a very good color. It's golden brown, vintage golden brown. And it's really adding lovely feeling to the pages. The only problem is it's very wet on some point, so there's a lot of drying, but it's really up to you. I love these tea splatters. Oh, like that. How often do you use tea in your projects, guys? Yes, because why not? But really, I try to show you that you are sometimes, I think, overestimating amount of the thinking process I put into the projects. Yes, I had a lot of tea bags in the background, it's true. Yeah, that's very true. Olga remembers the times from years ago when I had tea bags everywhere, and I still love using them. Just look what happened here, how beautiful that color is, and how nicely it goes with the tape. I know, we all miss them. 7 dots, it is really amazing company, and we had great paper designs. I absolutely love designs done by Didi, and it was something special. Maybe one day it's going to come back, you never know. Now I'm going to dry it completely because I want to show you something else on the top. So I have to make sure this is dry. So I'm going to chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Berit. You are so generous, people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so nice, really. I appreciate everything. I appreciate your hearts, your thumbs ups, your donations, and all the time you spend with me here, because um, it's this feeling of togetherness that we are sometimes missing, I guess. And I really believe that there's a lot of imperfection in our world now. Like, we have to do the things we are not happy about. But on the other hand, there's a lot of great stuff happening. There is. And you are all part of that. I can see great response to all the online events that we planned for you. Tiffany and Karen, they put these YouTube live streams hops on Saturdays, and people are joining and they're playing together, and the atmosphere is great. We made this schedule for the whole month when my team, my ambassadors, my friends, they are joining and making videos or live shows in the Finnabair and Friends group on Facebook, and many people join and many people take part in that. And this is not because uh, we have nothing to do. It's because we want you all feel included, and we want you all to be part of that, so you feel that you are not missing anything, because it's just so much better. Okay. I hope you could hear me, but I really mean it. So, look at the color now. It's absolutely beautiful. But if you feel this is too much, because maybe in some part it is, you can always go back to the first step with it. And the first step was gesso. And you can dry brush a little bit of gesso in some parts, maybe just to make sure the details are more visible. Can you see the difference? To soften it a little bit. I intentionally do it on these flowers because they have amazing texture. And with all the painting that we did, this is a little bit lost. Never too much. Well, sometimes. Sometimes it is too much, and you feel like, whoops, I think I'm going to go back like 1 or 2 steps. And of course, we remember about the balance and putting that on the other side. I feel like it was a bit too colorful for that page. But hey, gesso to the rescue. How do you like it like that? Is it nicer? A little bit more vintage. Gorgeous. Well, thank you. I really believe, if you are afraid of dry brushing, I can give you 2 good tips. First of all, get the right brush, which means flat one, so you can go just with the edge. And second, try to make sure you have just a tiny bit of the paint or the gesso or wax, whatever you're doing, on your brush. Every time when you dip, you clean off, okay? So this way it's going to work much easier. I'm just going to put that white gesso in some parts here. It's just highlighting. Look at this beautiful old lace. Highlighting the details. making that a tiny bit softer. Now, we are going to put it all together now. Who is ready? Yes, that is my Alexandra. She makes a very good comment. If you are afraid of gesso, you can use this white wax as well. That works really well. For those of you who are not huge fans of the acrylic paints, but you like waxes, this is the solution. You can just rub it with your finger and the effect will be similar to what we are doing now. So let's put the paper dolls. Look at them. Perfect. And I really want to work on this feeling of togetherness of the girls. So I want to use some thread. I'm going to use that thread to create some background behind them, but also to join them together. Okay, I keep thinking about this togetherness, about friendship, about these emotions that go with all our journal page. So I keep in mind my original idea. Now we have like a bundle. And this is going to go behind. Like a spider's web. It is nice combination with the lace that we have already. Just to show you. It's like a nest. They're sitting in the nest. Right? So you can pull it a little bit more so it will be more visible. You don't have to even stick it that much. It's going to stay in place once you're going to stick the girls. And then let's do a little bit of the binding of the girls as well. I know waxes are addictive, right? But haha, I have wax as well if I want to use it. I've got vintage gold because I had gold in my washi tape, so I was not sure, maybe I will need some gold accents. So I have it just in case. But it doesn't mean I have to use it. Okay. So some of you, sometimes you ask me how I think, like how I get inspiration. I find inspiration everywhere. That's the truth. I was trying to mention that in the videos before, but it's also true that I have the set of the elements, or there are some repetitive things that I like to use in my projects. It's because for me they have the meaning. So if I put some kind of threads, they have meanings for me. If I put some tape or wire on the people's eyes or mouth, they have meaning for me. So it all comes together in a way. So when I'm preparing this nest, I'm thinking they're going to be comfortable here. They're all at home in here. They are cozy. They are surrounded by this friendship. I'm celebrating the friendship, making them feel at home. And they're all together. This thread is pulling them together. And I'm going now to stick them with the same 3D gel on the top of that nest. And this, and you may think it is funny, but if you're asking where the ideas come from, that's how it happens. It's just naturally coming out of my head, and I'm not afraid to say it loud. It may be cheesy, but this is how it works. I'm going to decorate the girls with the flower, but I think this one is too big. There's a lovely flower in here And I'm going to stick it to this thread. Just a little bit too long. Yeah, that seems to be perfect. Your customers bought all of the waxes. Yeah, I know your pain. We don't have much left as well. The problem is we're waiting for delivery and everything is delayed now. You know why? It's delayed because, yeah, everything is kind of in a standstill. But it is coming. So finishing touches. What can we do? Except, of course, adding the gold wax, which I'm not really so sure if I want to do. I wanted to add these vintage elements, and I've got buttons, and I got this electronical part, and then I have a butterfly. The butterfly is going to go here. No, it's going to go on the balancing side. Well, you stopped now. Looks like you are watching or my internet froze completely. You have to let me know if you are still alive on the other side or is it frozen. I think it is frozen. Oh no, it's not frozen. Perfect. So now I'm looking for the places for these vintage buttons, and I have to tell you these buttons I bought in a box in an old market in Ireland. And now I'm repeating the same concept. I'm using these elements together here to create good balance. Now I want to add the electronical parts as well because it's too girly and too sweet. So let me find something I can punch the holes with. I have the perfect place for them. I just need to find my tool. This is one of my favorite tools ever. Big stapler. And I got it from a special friend. If she is watching, she knows what I mean. This is the best tool ever. Oh, thank you so much for the donation again. Yep. So I'm punching the holes because I need to put these electronical parts in. What is the adhesive? That was the question. Is with 3D gel. I'm using the matte version. But you can use glossy one or you can use heavy body gel, anything that is thick to hold these elements in place. Oh, I didn't make a hole here. But no worries. I have the needle. Zandra, thank you so much for that donation. I really appreciate it. You are the best. For the new guys, I am just... I know some of you just joined moments ago. the whole plan of this journaling session is to show you how I work at home without any pressure and big preparation. So I only had elements and general idea, and I'm sharing my process with you to show you that anybody can do it, and letting go is good for you, and it is not scary. And as I can see, for some of you, it's quite interesting to see how it works. And my whole plan is to encourage you to create without fear. And if you can push yourself a little bit towards that idea, instead of feeling the pressure, just take a deep breath and enjoy the process. Nobody is going to judge you. Nobody. Nobody is going to look at your page. If you don't want to share it with anyone, you don't have to. This is pleasure for you. If you create, you do it for yourself. And please remember what I'm doing, because I feel confident enough to create in front of the people without preparation. I'm just sharing my process with you to give you that encouragement, and I hope it works. I hope you can see this is something that it's like natural flow and process. I'm trying to share my way of thinking and how I put my things together, but there was no plan. I didn't show you the page that is going to be inspiration, what I'm going to recreate. I'm just trying to show you that anybody can do it, and you have your own personal style, so you should listen to yourself, you should follow your ideas, you should just enjoy it. That's just to make myself a little bit happier at the moment. I'm going to add the staples and staples here. And I'm just thinking now, do I need some bling or not? Do you think I need the bling? First of all, this flower is too white, so I'm coming back to my tea. I'm going to make it a little bit more vintage. Let's vote, guys. Do you want to add some bling to it or not? Because I am on the fence at the moment. I'm not sure if I want to add bling or not. Okay, Karen votes for the bling. Karen says, yes, why not? This is very good answer. Why not? The more the merrier. Yeah, always for the bling. I can see there are some people who are opting for the bling, and I'm thinking maybe we can do some gold splatters. What do you think? I think gold splatters will be fine. No bling. First person saying no bling. Well, let me think about it. Let's see what are the answers in the middle when I'm trying. Yes, make some glamour sparkling. Yes, below. Oh, gold splatters. Yes, Tiffany said. Yes, I don't have to use it. I'm not using the wax. But, okay, you convinced me. The splatters. I'm going to close the paint. So I'm closing the pink. That was the spring blossom. Who is where? And I'm closing the red wine. You can see that color is quite delicate. I don't think I need to add anything with pencils today, but if I wanted, I could do a little bit of the coloring to do, you know, a little bit of the extra colors. Sometimes it's a good idea, you know, it's up to you really, but I really like the color as it is, so maybe the pencils are for the next time. she said, and then she started adding the pencils, right? That makes no sense what I'm doing now. I'm just saying one thing and doing another. Okay. And I have this gold color. I picked it because that is like the gold accent of my washi tape as well. Yeah, so I have my watercolor pencils, but I'm probably saving them for the next time. And we are going to add a bit of this golden splatter. Sparks, Dragon's Eye, this is the name of the color. It's super, super shiny. And because you voted you wanted some of the bling, we are going to add some small splatters. The easiest way I found so far is to water down the paint, and I usually do it here in the lid. So I like the consistency, so it's coming off the brush easily. And now I'm tempted to add this pencil. See what I did? Oh, Jesus. Like I said, no, oh, next time. And look, no, I really want to add this red. Ah, these are red accents I want to do. Sorry, I got distracted. Splatters in a moment. Watercolor pencils are one of the really fun things. And this is a just primary red color from Prima. But because if it's too much, we can pick it up. Because it's on the gesso, there's no harm. No harm. It's kind of easier to control what you are doing when you are using the watercolor pencils. And I can even dip them in the water if I want to. Yeah, the bling. Dragon's Eye is one of the best shiny golds, I believe, because it is ultra shiny. So even if you want to make splatters, that is going to be a great choice. You know, watercolor pencils are something which is great for journaling because you can control them easily, and they're great to make some complementary steps when you are done with the spraying or splattering. No, because I'm going too far. I'm going too far. Stop yourself before it's too late. Now, the splatters. I take it out. Yeah, stay away from the... So first of all, I can add some gold, you know, in the selected parts of the composition. You can see, hopefully you can see how shiny this paint is. Right? Just to show you what I'm doing now. Can you see it? A little bit of the golden accents. When do you know it's time to stop adding to the page? You are talking to the master of multi-layering and tucking things into places. Sometimes the right moment is when nothing fits anymore, or just when you feel like, yeah, it's there. You know, if you don't like it, it means it's not finished. This is the best way to describe it. If you don't like it, it is not finished. That would be my my best description of the situation. For me, it's hard to stop, but again, try to let go. Trust your instinct. Usually your hands really know what to do. You just have to let them do it. And the thing that is stopping you is your brain. So switch off the brain and let the hands play. I'm covering the girls now. More is more, the better for me than the. Yeah, more is more in my way. Yes, more is more. And now I'm just going to take another brush and hit my. Well, no, I'll dry it a little bit first, okay? Because it's dripping wet. So I can read your comments in the meantime. Well, I'm really curious what you are all saying here, so I will be reading everything when we finished. But while I'm drying, I just want to remind you, this Saturday we have live stream YouTube Hop, and there is topic on that YouTube Hop already, and it's going to be altered brushes, and I'm included as well. So you're going to hop from one channel to another. So if you don't want to miss it, stay tuned. And if you can, please subscribe to my channel so you're not going to miss next videos. And the new video is coming this Saturday, of course, the live stream, and also next week. That is going to be the project that many people liked, and I have it taped and visible, so and ready, so it's going to be kind of easy. If you want to support my lovely creative friends, please make sure you're subscribed to Karen. She is one of the hosts of that live stream YouTube Hop on Saturday. And my lovely Alexandra, she is my design team member, and her YouTube channel is absolutely mind-blowing. She's got great videos in many different styles. So if you are more on the paper crafty side, you're going to find some beautiful tutorials, and you're going to find mixed media tutorials which are done with my products as well. So check both Karen and Alexandra, show them some love, because they're working so hard today. They're helping you and they're keeping the atmosphere wonderful. So I'm so grateful these girls are here with me, really. Yep. The hop is coming, and the hop is going to be starting at around, well, depending where you are. In Europe, it's going to be in the afternoon. I know my time will be around that time, so it's going to be like probably starting from 4 p.m. going onwards. For United States, we are starting in the morning. So now, let's see if the splatters are going to work, and then I just need to add the text and it's going to be ready. So the girls, the friends, which are celebrating the friendship and this feeling of being together, they have all these magical golden bubbles around now. This is the easiest way I found. If you water down the paint, no matter what kind of acrylic it is, it has to be watered down. And then if you put it on the small brush and heat it with another brush, your dots will be tiny, nice and small. If you want to get something more dramatic, you need a bigger brush, and you need to just, you know, throw that off the brush. That works really well as well. And I think now we are just looking for the right sentiment here. It's nice to have some text as well. So let me look for the pad with the text. I have Tim Holtz and I have my own, this one, words you need. Let's see if I have something. Look for the magic. Breathe in, breathe out. Your story matters. I'm trying to find something about Oh, now and forever. That's not bad. On your story, make room, follow your path, create what you need. Let me see if I have anything more. Oh, I found these ones. These are Team Holtz ones, and there's one, make a difference. And I think today this is going to be a very good quote. I'm taking that one. I'm going to put it a little bit up. I can put it here, or I can here. Yeah, here. And I'm going to use the 3D foam squares to put it on the top. Karen is going to give you all the information about the YouTube Hop because this is something that we organize together. So we are going to go from one channel to another, and she is really the one who keeps it all together, and she helps with moderation of that as well. So if you would like to learn more, Karen is going to give you the details. She's posting now the link to her YouTube channel when the beginning of the Saturday YouTube Hop is going to happen. So we are going to do hopping. Yes, Cassiopeia, you are absolutely right. If you can find something that speaks to you, just use it. I'm so happy. It's not mine. I just bought it on the flea market, and I'm not showing the name of the person, so we are protecting personal information. But yeah, why not? Make a difference. And this is my message for you today. Make a difference. Make people happy. Visit them on their YouTube channels, on the blogs. Message them on the message boards to make sure they are doing okay. Maybe organize something together with friends. Try to go for a meeting on Zoom or Messenger. Check on your friends, check on your family. Try to make somebody a little bit more comfortable and happy during that time, because even the small things matter. I do it with pleasure. When I can organize something for others and they are happy to participate, we are all doing something meaningful, it makes my life better. I just feel that I have a purpose and I have a reason to take off my pajamas on that day and put on the makeup, make my hair a little bit less messy, and show up in social media and say hello to you. I know it seems to be that, oh, yeah, like I have a lot of things to do. Yes, I'm busy. I have a lot of things going on. But on the other hand, I feel the same pressure and the same kind of tense feeling we all feel. So it is not easy sometimes to get out of bed. It's not easy to organize yourself, not easy to put 100% of yourself into the things. Sorry. So together is always better. And I want to thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for coming and making this event, well, it's my evening, so special. It's almost like having a big party in my studio with all of you. Thank you for following the tutorial, and if there will be any questions I didn't answer, I will try to maybe do it later in the comment under the video. Thank you for inviting your friends, and I hope to see projects inspired by today's process as well. Please show it on the social media and tag me so I can see it. You can use the hashtag stay home and make art, or live journaling with Finnabair, something that is, going to be easy to find. And I want to thank you for being such wonderful, friendly group. And thank you for supporting your friends, supporting artists, for supporting each other, for being such a big encouragement. Thank you for all the donations and subscribing to the channel. And just, people, you are the best, and you made this evening very, very special. So let me just check if there's anything else I need to do before we finish. Oh, you inspired me to dust off my journal. Thank you. And tell me, what was the most important thing you learned today? Because maybe there is one, and I would love to know. Because I'm not able to read when I'm creating that much, but I would love to know now. What was the message that was important for you? I'm just going to show you the details closer. Hopefully there's enough light. And I would love to see your answers. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for supporting my channel and making that more visible. Really, I make it for you because I hope the more people will watch it, the more people will be encouraged to create. Oh, thank you. I got so many thanks at the moment. I know that Cassiopeia learned to use every kind of piece of paper, like this one, for example. So what was the best part? I think it's learned it's okay just to craft without fear that you put on the page. Yes. Crafting on a budget. Yes, I really mean it. If you're going to create, take the fear off the table, because you are the worst critic. You are your own worst critic. And if you're going to let this person sit next to you and give you some advice, you can just say, yeah, and continue. You don't have to listen to your fear. You are creating for yourself. Oh God. Oh, that's going very fast now. Yes, you are simply going with your flow. This is the most important thing. Yes. I was trying to tell you last time. The secret is, I don't care. I don't care what is going to happen. I'm not worried that the stencil is going to get covered. If it's covered, it's covered. I'm not worried that maybe one leg of the paper doll is not perfect. Psh, who cares? It's not that important. I will put something else in that place. Oh, thank you, Peg. That is so lovely. Thank you so much for that donation. My coloring didn't work, so I have to improve the techniques. It was great to follow. Okay, next time, try to go with a tiny bit of paint and dry it. Tiny bit of paint and dry it. So this way you can control amount of the paint much better. I need to paint a little something on a local church Easter candle, and I felt stuck. So today has given me back confidence in myself. Yes, I'm so happy, Marianne. You should just let it go. You are probably going to make something much better than you expect, and the fear is stopping you. So just don't be afraid. Yes, I don't care, and people don't believe me when I say that. But the truth is, when I create these projects, I don't care. I just want to put myself on the page, on the collage, And for me, the most important is I enjoy it. See that problem I have trying light colors or fear of making mud. If you're afraid of making mud, try to use acrylic paints and put them one after another, drying in between, and that is going to seal them, so they're not going to mix with each other that much. So try to go with red, dry the red, then add some pink, dry the pink, so you're going to have like sealed layer before the next step. Also, the mud comes from the opposite color of the, opposite side of the color wheel, so don't apply opposite colors at the same time. It's safe to apply warm colors together, and it's safe to apply the cold colors together. There's never mud. But if you put cold and warm together, there's a chance for mud. I don't stress, yes. I only stress if I have a deadline and I'm too tired or too exhausted to create, and I know I have to do things quickly. This is my reason for the stress. And if you can switch off stress, no matter how you're going to do it, put on the music, put a nice candle, take a glass of wine, just, sing, pray, whatever helps. Just take away the stress. Vanessa, it was so funny. Yeah. Art has no limits. The most important thing is what gives us happiness. That's very true. And look, we are all around the world, and yet we speak the same art language. Thank you. Hit the like button, everyone, please. Yes, please, please, because this way more people will find this video, and hopefully more people will join us, and hopefully more people will be creating next time. The purpose of that journaling process is to encourage you to create without fear. I really repeat that many times, but look, I don't care. I'm not going to close that journal very soon. Who cares? It's the pleasure of creating. I don't care that these pages are very old and they're not going to last long. I just stick on the other page on the other side. It's the pleasure. Yes, wine is a good solution if you are into drinking wine. It helps a lot. Yes, art language, Noneka. We speak the same art language. And I can't even express how many friends I found because I do what I do. I'm able to travel and teach classes in person, so I meet a lot of you in person, but some of my best friends I met online, and I'm proud to say that I have friends in most crazy parts of the world, and we speak the same art language, and this is the best part of it, and I really thank you all for doing that. Yes, create without fear, please. Look, this is something that just comes out of you. So you may not like it in the beginning, but try to accept it. There's some message coming out of your page. So if you don't feel you don't like it, maybe it's not unfinished, or maybe this is how you feel on that day. And it's absolutely okay to make not so beautiful projects. Not everything I make is nice, right? So thank you so much, and I'll be reading all these messages later as well. If you can, share that video with others so it will be visible. Please join us on Saturday. I'm going to be here with you. I love the art community. There are so many great... Yes, that's true. We are all helping one another. So join us on Saturday, and I can tell you one secret. Next week, me and my team, we are starting a challenge. This is going to be a very fun challenge for all the creative people, and we are going to make some projects, of course, to inspire you. It's going to start just after Easter on the 14th of April. And I'm going to make live stream to introduce that challenge as well. I'm going to create for you, to invite you to create with us. And there will be prizes, of course. One prize from Prima Marketing and one prize from me. And we are going to create really fun projects, and I hope you are going to join me for that live stream, and you are going to be inspired by the projects of my wonderful design team members. And we are going to give you some videos, we are going to give you some live streams to support you as well. So after the weekend, after the YouTube hop on Saturday, stay tuned. On the 14th of April, yes, I was saying January, 14th of April, we start a challenge for you. I wish other product designers would do what you are doing. You know, not every person is has this natural flair for, or the natural ability and kind of, yeah, I would say natural flow for teaching. I was saying that in two videos before. By profession, in a way, I'm adult educator, so I like encouraging people. I like working with people. So in a way, when I teach, I'm working in my profession as well. So for me, this is natural way of explaining things. And what I really want to do by encouraging you to create is to help you grow and to make you feel amazing, because you are amazing and you can do just wonderful things. You just have to let yourself do it, and you have to believe in yourself. And I just feel, because it is helping others, it's worth it. And I try to educate people about how to teach, about how to create, but also teach them how to use the product, so they feel they have this ability to create, like they have the techniques, and then they need to work with their heart and mind to get away from the fear and just put that knowledge into art. So there are some technical videos and there are some encouraging videos, and these ones, the journaling session, is encouraging video, not really technical one. What time is there, Anna? 10 p.m. It's 10 p.m. Thank you so much, guys. So we see you hopefully on Saturday, and then we have a date next week for the Finnabair team challenge with the live streams and videos. Is that a deal? Are you going to join us? Yes, we have to stop talking because it's going to be very, very late. So I suggest to just make a date for the next time. For Saturday, we're going to see each other here, and then we can have a longer chat on Tuesday, because on Saturday it's going to be limited time, but on Tuesday I can chat with you longer, and you can have a big party on my YouTube channel if you want to. Is that okay? Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you again for all the donations. Thank you for all the love and all the messages. And I will, of course, publish the better photos of this journal spread tomorrow. And we are going to have the... Yes, take wine. I highly encourage you to bring wine as well. So I publish that on my Instagram and on my Facebook tomorrow, so you can have a better look. Deal. Okay, so we are all invited. We're going to have big celebration next week on my channel. Stay tuned for Saturday, and then 14th of April we have a date. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to clean my table now, and you go to bed, okay? You go to sleep.